Welcome to Bottom Line Sports Talk. I'm George Abraham. You know my partner, Albert Cameron. Albert, it's our favorite time of year, playoff football, and we have some news to report.
Yeah, let's start off with some runners in cross country. Congratulations to these qualifiers as they head to Columbus. These are individual qualifiers. Coming in ninth, David Del Torio, Boardman, Blake Baker from Canfield, and Brock Ferris from Boardman in Division 1, Region 1. In Division 2, Region 9, Zach Haley from Lakeview, Braden Murray from Hubbard, and Logan Flement from Poland. In Division 3, Region 9, Caleb Nastari from United, Dominic Papagallo from Mineral Ridge, Alex Donaldson from Maplewood, Bryson Himes, Maplewood, Caleb Atrovich from McDonald, and Timmy Papagallo, the Papagallos.
I think we've had Dimitroviches before at McDonald also, now that you say it. I'm pretty sure that's come up over the years.
The McDonald families don't go far away.
No, they don't. No, they stay around.
Girls Division 3, Region 9, Morgan Hipple from McDonald, the individual regional champion. How about that? Congratulations, Morgan. Mm-hmm. And Carly Richards from Maplewood. On the team side, Maplewood boys were crowned Division 3 champions. They finished 18 points ahead of second place. Additionally, the McDonald girls and boys qualified, each finishing third and fourth. And in girls Division 2, Region 5, the Salem girls also qualified for state, finishing fourth. Going to Columbus on November 5th. Congratulations to those runners and good luck. In football, in soccer, we have Cardinal Mooney defeating Boardman JFK 4-0. Mason Janis scored a pair of goals. That gives them the district championship. Good luck to those kids in the regionals. Here are some other teams in football that are moving on, and congratulations for everybody with their great victories. We try to pick out some individual accomplishments also. In Division 2, Austin Fitch moves on to play Akron St. Vincent St. Mary. You know how good they always are. But Austin is still 10-1 moving on. Jamel James George set a new Austin Fitch record, 305 yards rushing, 6 touchdowns.
That's all. Just well done. I mean, it's all you can say. And this time of year, you're just to be playing is one thing. Now moving on and then doing something like that, pretty special.
Yeah, and I will say something right here to kick it off. Usually we give Ohio credit for being way ahead of Pennsylvania. Ohio made a mistake. They added more teams to the playoffs. And if you saw those first-round scores, George, we saw it happen in Pennsylvania before.
Yeah.
Ohio should have never done this. I don't care what. I think close to 70% of the games.
Make it mean something.
Were 40-point, 30-point games.
Make it mean something.
You understand? Those teams.
Absolutely not.
And even I know the coaches and the fans like to see the team in the playoffs. I get that. But to go in there and just get that drubbing.
Yeah.
You know, that you don't even stand a chance.
No, absolutely.
But we have people move on. Canfield moved on at number 2. They play Aurora. Ursula moves on at number 3 and plays Talmadge. And Cheney moves on to number 5 and plays Kenston. All these teams, but now the games start. These are really good teams play each other now. Division 4, Struthers moves on to play number 1 West Branch. Beaver Local moves on to play Canton South. And George Gerard moves on to play Jefferson. Division 5, South Range, which is the powerhouse in the area, moves on to play Garfield, and Mooney's still playing at number 13, plays Norwayne. And Norwayne's worried.
5 and 6, you think we got an easy game.
Yeah, I don't think so.
And you look, they were the 13th seed. You're like, wait a minute, there are no other 13s here.
Exactly. Division 6, Valley Christian, who's had a great year, plays Cuyahoga Heights. And Brookfield, a team we know a lot about because we go right across the border. They will take on Dalton in their game last Friday night. Donovan Pawlowski threw to Isaiah Jones on 3 different occasions for touchdowns in the first half as Brookfield trounced Wyoming Valley 48-16. United plays the power. Kirkland's the powerhouse in Ohio. United draws them next. Give United credit. Their offense showed up last week. Quarterback Luke Courtney was the star with 8 touchdowns in the game, 3 coming through from the air, and 5 on the ground. Why I thought that was important to put in, George, we always say this. If it was 61-0, then I'm saying, Luke, But they needed all those points.
Needed
to
every
lose.
one of them. Absolutely.
62
They better bring a little
49.
defense this week too. You don't want to.
That's true.
You won't get 62 again. I don't think.
I
Right?
like that line, George.
True?
That's good. True.
Yeah.
In Division 7, we got Warren JFK, number 1, playing Springfield. Two local teams meeting each other. Number 4, Southern plays St. Paul. And number 2, Lowellville. We've been following them close this year. Vinny Maloney threw 7 touchdown passes in the first half. I'll say that again. The first half, as they beat Steubenville Central Catholic in a real whooping.
Yeah, they smacked them around pretty good, didn't they?
Yep, all these games this week now, we'll find out more. When we come on our show next week, George and I will hopefully have some teams move on because it's not going to be so easy.
No. Like you said, that first round, you a lot of people that don't belong, and they get knocked out generally.
90% of them.
Yeah. And I have a belief, having coached in all those years, that football, more than any, you have to beat them up to beat them. Like baseball, you might have a pitcher who's having a day.
Right.
Golf, you might have a guy he's just on fire today. But in football, you literally have to line up across from him and knock him on the ground.
Very seldom was a major upset happen. Maybe,
Because of that.
yeah, that's right. In big victory for YSU as they beat South Dakota 45-24, scoring 25 points in a row to take that big win at Stambaugh. Third consecutive win for YSU in the league. They moved to 5-3 and 3-2. Really playing good football at home. First time since 2017, YSU has won 3 straight games. On defense, Dylan Watke was named the defensive player of the conference this week in that big one over South. 5 solo tackles, and more importantly, 2 big sacks that stopped South Dakota drives.
Big one this week, Illinois State.
Yeah, real big. And we said on this show before that they're good. YSU's good, but it's not good enough to be good in this league. You got to be above good. And we'll see. They won 3 in a row. Can they build on that and get to another level, George? They haven't shown that yet.
If you win at Illinois State, now you're a playoff contender, right?
Yes.
Absolutely. No, here it is, guys.
Yeah, Penguin Joe calls our radio show every week, and he tells us the facts about their team. He said their secondary had to improve. They did. The pass rush had to improve. They did. Really good to see their defense step up a little bit. As we say on this show, if you hold somebody to 24 points in college football these days,
yeah,
I know it doesn't sound good.
It's not like the old days.
No.
You're going to win.
You don't see many 7-6 games.
No, and you mentioned pass defense right along with pressure on the quarterback. When he doesn't have all day, it's not as easy.
And that's in every aspect from midget football to the pros. The great quarterbacks in the pros, when they get pressure, they look normal.
Rodgers looking a little more like Mr. Rogers.
Oh, yeah, it's a shame.
Yeah,
Doesn't have the same receivers.
Yeah.
Gets pressure on him.
Yeah.
He doesn't look like anything right now, right?
Exactly.
And that's where we lead to now. George takes over the pay-for-play boys.
Yeah, the big boys are playing, and it's that time of year. Matter of fact, Monday night as we go to taping, there's a possibility they get, with today, it's not like we used to have to look outside. They know the weather hour by hour by hour. There's a good chance Monday's game will be played Tuesday. I think it does 2 things for them. 1, obviously the weather, and 2, it takes them away from Monday Night Football.
And that'll help Houston a whole lot because that will get them back to their pitching rotation, which is
Hey,
better,
I have to mention
which is better than
I have to
Phillies.
mention this. I've never heard this in my life. Now, I don't know how long they've been doing the computer.
Right.
Guy didn't miss a pitch Saturday, the umpire. First time ever, 108 pitches.
And when I was watching it, without you telling me this,
Did you notice?
I thought it was the best I've seen all year.
How about that? Now, remember, we didn't talk.
Yeah, I did. I am telling you,
He didn't miss.
there wasn't one gripe pitcher, catcher to hitter the whole game.
That Houston
that
catcher
is
likes to
amazing.
frame and leave it there. He's excellent.
He's the best at it. And,
Yeah, he's good.
And he didn't fall for any of it.
He's good.
You understand? Sometimes they fall for his great framing.
Right.
He was just on it. And,
So that is amazing.
he was a safe. Now I didn't, as you just said, I know all about this guy ahead of time. Didn't know this, though, your story. But he was the 2nd-ranked umpire all year, balls and strikes too.
Well, he had a night that night. I think it was all the Houston.
That's pretty amazing. Think about that.
I think it was all Houston's because 108 pitches with more than one guy.
pretty amazing.
It is. No, yeah, you got to miss one.
Yeah.
Let's talk MLB. Tied 1-1. Now, you like Philly from the beginning. I'm going to turn to you in a minute. I believe they must win 2 at home.
Oh, no doubt.
They can't go back to Houston and win both, right? Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
No chance.
Can they win 1 in Houston?
Yes.
Absolutely, because of those big bats.
They could.
Hey, are they some big dudes? I know I say this all the time. The Yankees, the Phillies are big dudes.
Yeah, most of the sports, if you ask me what's the major change, that's it.
Size
The
of guys?
size of the people playing.
Okay.
In all sports.
No, I want to know.
Yeah, baseball, football, and basketball. We notice it more usually in football and basketball. But when you see a team as big as the Phillies, you notice that too.
Like that big guy coming in from right field the other day, he's motoring in on that. It was the game. He has to catch.
He can play the game. Yes,
Castellanos, he's a big man.
He is
And
big.
Harper's put together, and you know the shortstop and third, the left field, Schwarber. You know, they had me believing when he was with the Cubs that he was some statue that couldn't field like 3 feet to
Still
the
not
right
good,
or left.
but he can run. He can do decent.
Yeah.
He can do.
And I know one thing he can do. He can hit it.
Yeah, he can.
I don't know. Well, I was holding my breath that night. That ball, I've never seen a ball closer to the foul pole. It looked like it might have skimmed it.
When it first hit, I thought it might be fair.
Absolutely. Now, Verlander, we got to jump him.
Yeah, he struggles in the
Oh,
World
and
Series.
6 with a 6 ERA.
Yeah, pretty amazing. How
Imagine if you gave Koufax a 5-0 lead. You'd have been good for 2 months.
Greatest pitchers is he.
And he's a great. No, he's a great.
He can't get it done in the World Series. Him and Kershaw.
No.
Those two guys.
He's
yeah.
a great pitcher. 0-6 with a 6 ERA.
Yeah.
Now, both bullpens got taxed on Friday, but got rest on Saturday and had Sunday off. So all hands on deck.
Yeah, and if you think the weather's going to be bad again, that's
Yeah,
an extra day.
worse
Right.
so.
That's an extra day.
Now, here's a bad sign for the Phillies. 083, I think he got his buzzer recharged, Altuve. He had 3 hits. I think he got the buzzer back working.
They were banging the
Oh, yeah.
garbage cans. Huh?
Absolutely. Now, here's the thing. The Phils use the big bop. They don't mess around with singles. They like to hit the homers, but so does that. I mean,
That's dangerous.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
dangerous. It's good pitching.
yeah, you don't get it. That's what the other day someone was asking me. They said, what are you talking about? I said, there's no garbage out there.
Mm-hmm.
There's no garbage pitchers. Like, you know,
Especially at Houston.
those 4th and 5th guys for Colorado and Pittsburgh,
they
it's
kill 'em.
batting practice.
Yes.
These guys are going 6 for 9, so they can go 0 for 3 and still be at 500.
Right. Yeah, Houston has that great pitching staff. That's why they're the favorite. They go from 1 to 10. Standing with an 0.64 doesn't even get in the games. I mean, it's Philadelphia has to rely on their big 2 and a couple really good relievers down there in the bullpen. They don't have the depth of Houston.
Now, I have to ask you, do you still like Philly?
I bet Philly.
Oh, I know,
but
and it's coming back lucrative.
I think Houston's the better team. I mean, it'll be a karma. It'll be a karma fate type thing. They win at home.
Hey, how many times have we seen the team with 87 wins beat the team with 102?
Well, they're hot. You know, the Philadelphia's hot.
No, they couldn't be any hotter. Right.
Even that game, you made a good point. It was 5-1, and Schwarber almost went deep, and almost took the game, close again. So they're not giving in, and there's no tougher place to win right now than Philadelphia.
Oh, that place.
As much as Houston.
They should be greasing those utility poles because between the Eagles being undefeated,
Yeah, that's
I think
right.
the Sixers haven't lost, or maybe
No, the Flyers.
the Flyers.
are
Okay,
really hot.
the Flyers. Sixers
are
are
playing lousy,
okay. Yeah, that's right.
yes.
Yeah. What am I thinking? That's my boy coaching that
Yes,
team. Yeah. Now, going in, does it benefit one or the other to have an extra day?
Houston.
Better pitch.
Yeah, I said if they get back to number 2 again, Valdez.
Oh,
if they can get back to him, you saw him pitch. He's a
Oh,
dominant
no,
pitcher,
no, he's not. That's not right what he does. No. Let's talk NCAA football. Last week was one of the worst weeks if you wanted good games.
Right.
It was just one of those weeks. I think NFL, too, there were only like 2 teams with winning records. But this week's going to be different. Let's talk about it a little bit. I will say this. I called one of them, right? Well, I guess, but if you go by the spot, not really. Guy says to me the other day, he says, that's too many points, Michigan State. I said, 8 out of 10? I'd be right beside you. This is not a good Michigan State team.
They hung in there, though.
No,
They
if you
hung in
go,
there.
I had 22 and a half, and it would have covered.
They hung in there.
Hey, I got to tell you about Harbaugh. That's your boy, I know.
That bothers me a lot. It really does.
Let me tell you, I'm watching a game.
It really bothers me.
150 left. He has the ball, just running the clock.
That's why you got to root against him.
And he's running. It's not like they're stopping him. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like he's, we couldn't. Double, reverse, pass,
I'll root
up
against the rest.
22 points with a
That
minute
gives me a real big
59.
reason to root against him. It really does.
I knew you'd be upset.
Because I know he's no good anyway, into the heart. But this
Yeah.
really proves it right there. What's he?
Come on, Jim.
No, it's just past that to me. That if that's what you're, don't tell me you're teaching your kids anything. Don't tell me you say this is my life lesson I'm giving my
Yeah.
kids. The life lesson is when you have a guy doesn't have anything, you step on his throat and let him die on the road. That's what he's telling me.
That's what it looks like.
He's no good.
Double reverse
There's no-
pass with 2 minutes, up 22 points.
What's the reason?
There's no possible, no. There's no possible
No, and
reason.
he can't give me a reason except his ego.
Oh,
He can't give me another. He can't give me another
Hey,
reason.
another fight in the tunnel too. Here's what I know. You and I weren't there, right? But what do we know? There was one at with Penn State, and there was one against Saturday. That's all you and I know. We weren't there.
They suspended 4 Michigan State players today too because of that. I have no idea what went on, but one.
They stomped that
I'll
one
give
guy.
I'll give at least one credit that Tucker took action and said I'm not gonna put up. I didn't see anybody suspended from Michigan.
Not yet.
So let's see. Let's
I'll
see
tell you
happens.
what. They had that one poor guy from Michigan. There were about 15 Spartans.
No, they had to suspend somebody.
Yeah,
Yes, Uh-huh.
it was not pretty at all. But as you say, the sportsmanship
really
out the
easy.
window. You know,
I don't even call it sportsmanship.
See, here's the other
I
thing
don't call it
too.
sport. If he ran the ball 17 times,
They were
got in the
straight
end
in.
zone,
Yeah, fine.
Just say your team. I want to make my team better.
Yeah.
That was just pathetic.
That is exactly.
Yeah.
And you know, there's nothing worse than a phony.
He is
Like,
a phony.
like
That's what he
you
is.
know what I am. I'm exactly who
So
I
don't
say.
say anything. Yes, don't say anything. He
We'll
proved-
raise
he
every
proved his
child
point.
that doesn't have
He
a.
proved his
Shut
point.
up.
He proved his point.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Now, here's one I was. I sometimes you're not always right, but when you nail it, you nail it. Last year, I watched Tennessee at Kentucky. You know, you like that home dog close at the end. They run the ball. They're tough. I said the other day, I said they won't be able to stop them. It won't matter. And it was like the turnpike. They were just,
And no team is surprising more
no.
than Tennessee because I saw the Pitt game. And see, that game, I can't get that
know.
game out.
I know.
Because they should have lost.
Yeah.
And remember, Pitt's no good. They're proving they're no good.
No,
I
Pitt's
can't
no good.
grasp
No, Pitt's
how
no good.
So I have to see. George and I have talked about that before. George usually does worse than me. I can't get that game out of my mind.
No. Well, how would you?
Well, I should.
They
though,
beat
because
'em with a
Tennessee's-
backup.
Because Tennessee's killing everybody.
Yeah. Let's say this about Tennessee, too. No one knew how good Hooker would be. And number two, the other side of the ball is playing a little better than we expected.
Yeah, I said I can't
They're
understand.
out.
I don't understand.
No,
They
no.
didn't stop Pitt one possession.
No. Now we have to talk. We're in a high cotton now. Best game of the year this week.
Yeah, I told you. I said
Could you make a line on it
What?
at Georgia?
I didn't see the line. But
Well, that's why I'm asking. I didn't either. That's why. What would you make? 3.5.
8.
Whoa!
yeah,
No kidding.
that's what I'd say. We'll find out what comes out.
Wow. No, that tells me something.
That's what I'll say.
Oh. Yikes! Boy, would I have missed that one.
We'll see what goes on the call.
Wow. But I do think Georgia's going to win. I do think that. Anytime I see the O and the D, I lean toward the D.
Well, George's. First of all, it's 3 points at home. So let's say the line was 5. They're going to make it 8. And secondly, that Pitt game, but it still stays in my craw.
I got it.
And I see, wait a minute, Georgia and Tennessee. If Georgia played Pitt,
Line to be 21.
no.
Hey, you know they were losing at Missouri all the way, though.
Yeah, I know.
I mean,
I
so.
just think Missouri's better than Pitt.
Who isn't better? But I think
That's what I'm saying.
I think Fitch is better than Pitt, to tell you the truth. Let's say this about the Tennessee quarterback. He can win the Heisman
Oh,
Saturday.
he'll win it. He will win it.
Yeah.
He will win the Heisman if he
Yeah,
beats Georgia. This
that's
week.
right.
Uh-huh.
That's right. My biggest trouble is keeping Gary Danielson off the sound. Like when I switch TVs, you know, how you switch. Sometimes when I
You hear his voice,
switch,
you get a
he
little
comes,
nervous.
he comes on by
get
mistake.
nervous.
Oh, I can't. I don't want that. Steve, my buddy, God bless him, he's gone now. He'd call me. He'd go, Swami, he's doing it again. I told you. No one wants it. That's like the horse. No one bets the horse. He's 11-1. He wins, and it goes. You know, you could have had him. Nobody. No.
You didn't tell us that ahead of time.
No, that's like those dopes on the Kentucky Derby. There's 15 of them. Nobody picks a winner.
They all pick the chalk.
Last time Eddie Olczyk picked a winner, I had hair on my head. Now, who's carrying the torch for the Big 12? TCU.
Yeah, how about the games?
Spike Dike.
How about the games they're pulling out?
Oh my goodness!
Yeah, it's just Spike's got the.
It's their year.
He's got the dice rolling in his
He's got the
favor.
dice
He
rolling.
doesn't stop anybody, and they just keep scoring.
I was scoring.
Nothing. I still want to fight him. I want to fight Spike Dykes, whatever.
What did he do?
To a touchdown pass with 20 seconds
That's
left
not
in the
his
game.
real. Oh no! Wait a minute.
No,
I didn't
no.
know. Wait a minute! I didn't know you had it. So I'm watching
No,
Sports
I
Center.
both the under and.
Yeah, I'm watching Sports Center, and I see the score 3, and it's like under a minute or something.
No,
and this
4th and
guy
1.
jumps up.
4th and 1 with 22 seconds left. Why couldn't West Virginia intercept that ball
Bring it
and
back.
go for a touchdown and put that in Spike Dykes?
Yeah, here's
Instead, he gets a touchdown out of it.
But listen, I just read yesterday the Big 12 signed a multi-billion-dollar
Well, they
agreement.
finally- somebody did
So
something
they're
for 'em.
going nowhere.
Oh, not now. No, they
You know,
signed
they're
that.
grabbing Cincinnati,
Oh,
grabbing
yeah.
BYU, grabbing, Central
Since Florida's the
Florida.
best grab of the bunch.
Hey, let's just say real quick, we talked on the radio, the bounce house. You don't mess, they got it right under Tennessee and white out Penn State.
Yeah, I know. It's a crazy thing that they look so. That's football, though.
Yeah, when
They
they're in the
look so
road, they're
bad.
another team. They're at Navy, I'm not sure.
You never know what's going to happen.
No. Hey, there's one this week, 11:30 in the morning game. Army and Air Force. That over going to be about 37.
It will be.
Because but what's ironic about Air Force is they do a lot of passing.
Not against this team. They don't score, though.
no,
They don't-
no,
Army,
no, they're
Navy,
not- no, they're
just
not
right down
scoring.
under for all these games.
Yeah, they're not
every year.
scoring. No, absolutely. They're not scoring. A&M Jimbo's not delivering. It's that simple.
Wow.
You can make every excuse you want. That's a $70 million man.
Yeah, I can't, and I can't put my finger on it. I watch them play for a quarter. They look great.
Yep.
And for 3 quarters, they don't. They have penalties.
Yep.
They turn the ball over.
Mel Tucker
miss
the same?
tackles, missed tackles. But I never expected Mel Tucker to do this.
Good point.
You understand? No, I didn't
Good
expect-
point.
He's not in the same place at A&M. I'm A&M. He gets some play.
Now, I got to ask you, because you have different expectations than everyone else in this one. Penn State's going to go 10-2, 9-3.
Yeah.
In
I
your
think nothing of
mind,
it. Yeah.
that's not acceptable.
No, not at all.
Okay, see.
See, if it's not, if that means you get another coach.
Okay.
You have because Penn State should be Michigan's
7
should
and
be
18
Michigan.
versus the big boys. 7
I
and
didn't,
18.
I didn't say they should be Ohio State.
Okay.
Because Ohio State's
Yeah.
in the top 3 teams
Okay.
in the country. But there is no reason they can't be Michigan.
Okay.
And Michigan just
Hey, I saw something the other day. I didn't
Michigan throttled them.
have the nerve. Getting points at home, UConn, versus a terrible Boston College. And dang, it was right. They beat them easy.
He's the coach of the year.
Jim Mora. That's Jim Mora,
he's the
not
coach
Jim
of the
Mora Jr., by the way.
He is the coach.
He is.
No, he really is.
What's he doing?
I don't know. I just know Canadians won 4 games. They got a chance. They play Massachusetts and somebody else. They got a chance to go to a bowl. They couldn't score a point.
No,
here.
did you know they were independent?
Yes.
Okay, you did know.
Yes.
A lot of people don't
It's
know that.
unbelievable the job they've done there.
Yeah. Quickly.
You know, I don't know how they can keep it up. But
Hey, the NFL, big game as we tape. Browns Cincy. Huge game, and I'm reading, for some reason, the Browns coach beats the Bengals. I don't know why.
That's how we beat them again.
Let's see, absolutely.
Yeah.
Pittsburgh's just not very good.
I'm just saying
Can we
all
leave it at that?
You thought they were pretty good.
No, I thought they're better than
You thought
they are.
They aren't. I've been telling you all. Yeah, you can't. I can't name one good thing they have.
Yeah, well, you're turning out right.
I mean, I'm looking at it
Hey,
and thinking,
no, how do you
people
argue with? Like last night, I'm watching one of those talking head shows. I just shifted off. I was back and forth between SEAL team. Excuse me. And the guy goes, first he said about how badly they got beat. Guess what the next line out of his mouth, what word? The P word. Playoffs. Remember
gosh.
Jim Mora? Guy said, I said, why would you even say that word?
this is a total what's called turnover. And,
Now,
and I saw it coming. I said at the beginning of the year they'd win 6 games at most. And
no, you were right on.
on
You might be
this.
heavy. You might be heavy.
Yeah, just-
See, in the old days, they'd look at Saints, Atlanta. Now, the Atlanta and the Saints are looking and going, Getting Watt back will help, but it's,
Well,
it's
no,
one
that really,
Yeah, that was-
that really sealed the deal. That sealed the deal.
Absolutely. Hey, let's. Here's another thing I was looking at. Minnesota keeps on. Everybody, who do they got?
They keep
Kirk
pulling them
Cousins
out.
stinks.
They keep pulling them out.
I
Once
know
again-
one thing. If they and Tennessee win, you're going to have a happy partner here.
You
I'm
are.
going to tell you right now. I
think you got that one.
I threw that in as a throw-in.
I think you got that one.
I hope you're right.
Well, right now, unless something crazy happens.
Yeah, Green
Well,
Bay.
Minnesota's in for sure. That league just.
Well, Tennessee, nobody wants to win. They all lost yesterday.
But Tennessee could lose, though. They could lose 5 in a row.
Yes, they could.
You know what I'm saying?
No.
You know what I'm saying? That's the difference.
No.
Yeah.
Good point.
Yeah.
Good point. They could.
Because they struggled beating Ron Houston yesterday.
Green Bay and Tampa Bay. Let's talk about the Bays for 30 seconds. Both of those guys, I'm going to say right now, we were fooled for years on their body language and attitude.
Winning does that, Winning does that. When you're winning all the time, everybody's happy.
Oh, are these guys bad actors when they're not winning?
But we have seen it previously. We've seen, especially with Rodgers. I mean, we've seen his body when he loses games in the past.
Hey, I got a question because who's going to win the NFC South? How about Carolina? Oh, I mentioned Carolina yesterday. I just happened to be watching. Albert. Now, first of all,
everybody said they quit. They didn't quit.
No, and nobody gets behind you up 6 with 30 seconds. But wait a minute, Al. I got to tell you this. I think it's the kid from Temple. He rolled left.
It was Walker.
Okay, he rolled left. I'm watching. He rolled left.
I saw it too, and I saw it a lot.
Did you happen to see, or maybe you were
67 yards in the air.
I thought it was 75. I thought it was 35 to halfway in.
It could have been.
Honest to God, Al.
But it was right on target too. That was just that.
No, you didn't even have to move.
I didn't like that rule, by the way, too. I really didn't. I mean, usually I really go on selfish people. I'm thinking if I scored a touchdown with 12 seconds left, and ran out of the end zone so excited, like if he did it on the field and pointed his helmet at the kid,
you got to take out in the circumstance. You're saying,
all the way.
Okay,
all
right.
He didn't do it on the field either. So if he did it on the field,
see, I didn't know. I think I was upset. I went in and I saw he missed a point. I thought he had another chance.
That guy had not missed a field goal since 2019.
Yeah.
And he missed another one in overtime. That's why you just never know.
Absolutely. Colts switch quarterbacks. Nothing's changed there. Winning
They had
the whole game.
They did. They had the game. They won the whole game. So you can't.
Last
some
play.
guys are just things are happening to certain and that guy, the coach Rich, I would say his name. It's happening to him.
But he's one of the.
All these things are happening.
But he's one of the Buck Showalters. He won't get any fault.
All these things are happening.
He won't get it. Hey, and then the Patriots. We know they're no good. They beat the Jets 13 straight times.
A week late, Patriots.
Yeah, what's he doing? Unbelievable.
They get killed by the Bears.
Absolutely.
I don't understand. That's NFL, not for long.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Lakers. Do we have any hope for the Lakers?
In the NBA, it's too early to even fall on, but I know they're no good.
They're just weak in too many areas.
Yeah, they're no good. That's all. And also, Davis doesn't play.
The eyebrow is sitting games already.
Yeah,
I saw the other day your guy was out at the Clippers.
And Leonard. And LeBron doesn't. And LeBron's not the same player.
No, LeBron's hanging out to
player.
put rebounds in to beat Kareem.
Yeah,
he's not playing.
Yeah, he wants the record.
Some guy called me the other day.
He wants the record.
And he said something. I said, I got to tell you this. I said, you know how they put on TV so-and-so will not play tonight? For Kawhi Leonard, they should put what he's playing.
No question.
Because it's unusual.
Sad.
What is the deal?
Money. He's stealing money.
Nope. Now, I will say this, though. Something I noticed last year. You've been pointing it out for years with hockey. Just get in the playoffs.
That's all they care.
They're so talented that winning a game in a row doesn't scare them.
To them. In the old days, it did. It doesn't matter to them. Just get us in, get us healthy, and we'll play anybody.
If we can get in there, we can win one in a row. Because that's all you have to do.
Yeah, that's all.
Okay.
Hockey was most famous for that.
No, forever.
Basketball's taking over the
That's what I said. I was asking you because you said that once, and I didn't give much thought to it. Now I'm seeing it.
Totally.
Hey, our miscellaneous items. We got about a minute and a half. The move to streaming by the NFL, it concerns me because you know what's coming. You have to pay for everything.
I told my wife it's coming. It's around the corner. Within 3 years.
5 years?
I said
whatever their TV contract is.
I said within 3. Yeah, whatever. It's gone. Any cable TV you think you're watching.
Guess what next year? Guess what next year? They're playing Black Friday. So now think, Al.
They've already looked into it.
But Al, think NFL. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday.
That's NFL.
It has to be down the road where
they know the gamblers and the fantasy. They know all about it.
And just tell the people that are blaming Major League Baseball, remember the lockout caused a week of this.
Yeah, it did.
Late thing, although it is still too late. Last question. Al has a guy on the radio today, a D2 coach. And what did you ask him, Coach? When does it start? Because nobody knows.
Nobody knows.
Hey, thanks again.
Call in if you know.
If you know when college basketball starts officially, give us a holler.
Yes.
Thanks again for watching Bottom Line Sports Talk. We'll see you next week.